because this can be encouragement for those of us afraid of the MRI machine. It can be done, and maybe little tips and hints and secrets how to help your friend or loved one through that MRI machine. So, this will definitely be true story time, and we'll see where the video goes from there. It all started yesterday. In all honesty, it happened for me the Friday before. So I was frazzled Friday, Saturday, Sunday, up until my MRI yesterday on Monday, and this is how it started. It's horrible. The MRI office calls me to remind me my appointment. She wanted to fill out some paperwork ahead of time. Goes over everything, and then she says, obviously I have a copay, and on and on. I said, well, let me just do it right now with you over the phone, because I'm going to be too frazzled to do it. And she goes, oh, I apologize. I don't have the facility. I'm not at the place where I can do that. I'm just making phone calls. And she goes through a long list of stuff. And friends, we don't know how healthy we are till they start reading off a list of implants. They want to make sure you don't have these implants. And but she kept talking about all these things, and it was just too much for me. They want to know if you have piercings and stents or pacemakers. And of course, I always start off and tell them I don't have any false removable teeth or whatever they want to know about your teeth. I say just have fillings and 3 implants, 2 hips and 1 knee replacement. But they still have to go through the list. And so if you can, do that as far ahead of time of the appointment as you can, so you get it out of your mind. I made appointed Loretta as my MRI buddy. She could take me home and be there with me. So she was all ready for that. And I wanted to talk to her over the weekend, and she was super busy, couldn't talk. So a few hours, Monday morning, a few hours before I went in, I just cried on the phone. Just crying about everything or nothing. And she understood. So probably the first thing to mention, whether you're the person going for the MRI or you're the person who wants to help somebody through the MRI, is if they call you, whether they start crying, yelling, cursing, screaming, whatever it might be, we know that's just their anxiety overflowing. And there's nothing Loretta could have done or said to fix it. But the fact that she's on the other end of the phone, and what a huge help. And I just told her I was sorry. I said, I'm just overwhelmed, and I don't even know why I'm crying. And it's just like sobbing, like tears, like a little kid just sobbing. And I think she said, oh, I understand. She briefly touched upon that she had been through MRIs before. I said, I have too. But there is something about one too many illnesses that affected me. Kept thinking, okay, we're going to do this MRI. I'm not even going all the way in the tunnel. It's just from like my waist up. And they have to put that dye in. You guys, I was so overwhelmed by the toxicity of the, they call it contrast, but it's some kind of a toxic metal dye that is eliminated from your body like in 24 hours, supposedly. I can't tell you how overwhelmed I was that I was going to get this contrast, and I was going to go through some kind of an event in the tunnel. Because, get this, it's two MRIs in one. When you have contrast, you go in for your MRI. Then you had to come back out. Then they have to inject the contrast in your vein. Then you have to go back in again. Fortunately, the second time you go back in, it's not near as extensive as the first time you're in. So I made it. We come out, and that stuff, contrast, stays in your body approximately like 24 hours. You know, each time you go in the bathroom, you eliminate more of it. So I've been trying to drink a lot of water just to get rid of it, but and to have a friend on the phone who knows just the right thing to say as they understand and been through it, and you'll be in and out. Some of the nice things she said that were just so comforting. She said, Angela, you'll be in and out of there so fast, and we'll laugh about this after, thinking of how frazzled you were. And also remember, the medical people, the hospital people, whether you go to a hospital or the imaging office, they are so nice. You might even find a better friend in the staff, medical staff, than the friend you had come with you. That's always a possibility. They know people have problems, and she was so kind. And I don't know how the conversation got started, but she wanted to know how Loretta knew me. And she said, oh, we've known each other since 3rd grade. could almost start crying again. For those of us who have lifetime friends, it just reminds me to be more thankful for them. So I have Loretta, and I have since third grade, and then I have two other friends, lifelong friends, since age 3. I think I get choked up because I don't realize the blessing surrounding those friendships. So anyways, let me take a time out and get a Kleenex. Okay, I'm back. So now, do I need my spritzer spray? So now, when I realized between Loretta and the tech lady, they were so nice. But the best part is Loretta got to go in there with me, and over the phone, they made it sound like she couldn't go in there with me. Like she had to stay out in this waiting room behind a door, and I'd be in the room all by myself. So regardless of what they tell you on the phone, when you arrive and they see your state of anxiety, you might be able to let your friend go in there with me. So, thank you. And as I'm getting ready to go in the tunnel, they put those little wristbands on you, so you're completely identified. And I had a little panic attack. I said, let me out. And I said, I was already laying on the thing. I got up and I had to tell him, it's like, is this really necessary? Can you tape this onto my sock or my foot? The thought of having these bracelets around my wrist, I don't know, it sounds silly, but so it didn't have to be around my wrist, but you'll be fine. I said, I'm not fine. I have 2 more things I have to tell you. Because, you guys, what are the odds? Is that what Murphy's Law is? The thing you don't want to happen will happen. Anyways, we drive up to the facility, and bigger than beans, all outside the facility, there must be 4, 5, 6, 7 ambulances all around the outside. Some have drivers in the driver's seat, others have doors open. So in my mind, I'm thinking there's a huge mishap that just happened on the freeway, and they have all these emergency people, right? It didn't look right that they were all there. And Loretta saw that I was sick. I said, oh my goodness, why? She said, oh, Angela, it's probably maintenance day, or they're probably having their monthly vehicle inspection or vehicle check. Oh, it made so much more sense. So, but the fear was so many doctors and people were going to be concentrating on all the people they brought in by an ambulance, that if I was having a medical problem in the MRI tunnel, they wouldn't have enough staff for me. Then this other thing, as if that wasn't enough, I already feel better. And Loretta, thank you for that. Her dad was a retired fire chief or fire captain, whatever the main guy is. So she knew about vehicle inspections. I do it with the fire department. So big sign. Relief. Turn the corner. Construction. All around the perimeter. As far as the hospital or the MRI machine. Right across the street. They're kind of connected. And with them, they had 3 or 4 huge trucks. A couple of them with the things, the letters you go up to the internet wires and the electrical wires. Several men with big ditches in the sidewalk doing something with the drains or the pipes in the sidewalk. I was positive we were going to have an electrical shortage. One of the workers, somebody was going to cut the wrong wire, something. And I just shook my head. I said, Rhoda, what is going on? She said, what do you see? What do you see that I don't see? Because she doesn't have the anxiety that I have, she couldn't connect the workers, construction workers, with the thought I have of electricity going out. I said, we need to know if they have a backup, because if they lose power and I'm stuck in the tunnel, I don't know if I can handle that going in. So somehow, I don't know how this happened, I didn't bludgeon her with questions about the backup power. I know why I forgot to tell you about my relaxing pill. To be honest, it's not as good, in my opinion, as a Xanax. It's hard to get Xanax anymore, but the doctor gave me a pill. I've mentioned it before. I'll put the name of the pill or a link to it in the description box below. It comes in a 0.5 milligram and 1 milligram. I'm not sure what the biggest dose is, but I had a total of, out of 3 pills, I had 2 1 milligram pill and another 0.5 milligram. And I gave Loretta both bottles, and I had given her clear instruction. And then Loretta couldn't see without her glasses. I was going to have a panic attack because the pills are identical. They look identical. One is a full milligram, the other's a 0.5 milligram. I said, Loretta, I'm taking the 1 milligram now. If I get panic and feel that this isn't strong enough, I need you to give me the 0.5 milligram. And this is very important. Do not give me the full milligram, because I'm a little nervous of overdosing. Because in addition to this relaxant pill, I already had taken some Benadryl that makes you drowsy, and I'm on tramadol for pain. That also has an element of drowsiness to it. The pharmacist, I had spoken to the pharmacist that morning. I said, of course, you don't want to take all 3 of those pills at the same time, but if you're taking your that 1 pill before your MRI, you should be fine. And but of course, if it's not strong enough, slowly by slowly, you can take a little bit more, but you should be fine. So I was so paranoid that because Loretta did not have her glasses, and she said, I can't see very good, I can't see very good, I was positive she wasn't going to know what pill to give me. But somehow we worked it out. I think I realized at that point I was worrying beyond what I needed to worry about. So I just kind of put my head down and like shrugged, and like we all know that sound and the look of anxiety. So in my mind I start thinking, I know I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. I hope they have a bathroom. All this stuff about the bathroom. And you guys, it's so silly. The techs know all this stuff on your way there. They let you stop by the bathroom. They have everything figured out, so we don't have to worry. So I get in there, go through, get back on the thing. And what I will do next time is I will take my pain pills as scheduled. I felt in the back of my mind I may have been on too much medication, and so I thought it would be okay to take my pain pills after the test. I won't do that again, because when you're laying, I think the whole test process was maybe 30-40 minutes. It's painful. So when I came back out, and I told her I have to move around a little bit. My joints are in a lot of pain. And she says, okay, Angela, but just put you back in for a few more minutes and you'll be just fine. But try to be as careful, as still as possible, because I noticed on the first MRI, you may have moved around somewhat. And I lost it. I said, wait a minute. Do we know for sure that I've moved around too much, that the test is invalid, or are we just hypothesizing? She said, oh, it will be much better after we do the contrast. But if possible, be as still as you can. So went in, went out. All was well. And again, Loretta was perfectly understanding. I said, well, Loretta, just to let me know you're here, you can hold on to my foot, or rub my top of my foot or my ankle. And she was sitting at the far end of the room, and so she was kind of cupping it with both her hands. I said, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm feeling claustrophobic. I said, all you're allowed to do is just very gently with your fingertips rub the bottom of my foot or the side of my ankle, so I know you're there. Don't squeeze me. Don't cup my foot in your hands. And I wanted to say, just do some light ASMR tapping, but she's not into that. So there's that. That was my fun event. I come down. Get in the car, and so grateful to have her. And as my driver, it eliminates any unknown person, whether you take a taxi or an Uber or whoever you choose. I'm always more anxious with a stranger. And I should have brought. So next time I'm invited to go through the MRI tunnel, I'm going to bring some ASMR items for Loretta. This is a little tickler, like a little flower tickler. I just gently roll it. Tell her she can just roll that on my ankle or the bottom of my foot. This is the best feather. Oh, bring this. And she'll probably say, how can you even feel that? And I say, trust me, I'll know you're there. And what else? Oh, the stipple. I told you there's a real thing as a stipple brush. And I just thought it was a made-up word. Like an ASMR word. Does it say stipple brush on there? Wet n Wild. If you go on Amazon, it's a stipple. It's named a stipple brush. Stipple, 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 stipple. What else do I have? Wait, you know the roller ball? Maybe you could do this on the bottom of my foot. That might be fun. At the bottom of my foot. And I also have a nice little clicking sound. And I want to bring this back.